Welcome back to Hopeside Community Church. This is the third week of May. Today is May 19th, 2022. Every third week of every month, we focus on faith matters. Today, our topic is bread of life. Bread of life. We all know the Bible verse where Jesus declares, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never hunger, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. John 6:35. So we have to go to Jesus, who is the bread of life, and believe in what he says. The quote, what I would like to share today is, today, a leap of faith is better than taking a leap of doubt. Let's move on in faith. Christians who are not joyful and don't have faith do not reflect God. So maybe try to reflect God in every dealings of our life. Looking at the news, the verse in Matthew 24:7 comes to my mind. And if we shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, we should not be troubled. For nations shall rise against nation, and kingdom shall rise against kingdoms. There's going to be famines, pestilences, earthquakes in different places. So we know that the time is very near. Looking at the news, there's wars and there's problems, natural calamities that are happening around us. If we see the news that there is still war happening between Russia and Ukraine, and the news, the consumer news and business channel shows that the food supply is reducing, and also the price of food has increased. If you look at this graph, we can see that there has been a drastic increase in just a short span of 3 months. It's almost doubled. The war has triggered a huge spike in wheat prices, and even the stock prices have come down. As the war continues, there's a growing likelihood that food shortages, particularly of grains and vegetable oils, will become acute. That's according to the International Food Policy Research Institute. Not only this, India has banned wheat exports recently, as the price of the grains surged this year due to many reasons, and one of it is the Russia-Ukraine war. Not only India, but also other countries have banned the export of their food products, including Egypt, Kosovo, and Serbia. We do not know where all this is heading, right? We see that if there is a failure to open ports in Ukraine, a declaration of war on global food security, it is similar to that, says the World Food Program. It is said that it's going to bring millions to the brink of starvation. Where are we heading now? It said that there's going to be millions of people with food insecurity, malnutrition, and famine. If there is going to be continuous war against nations, our situation is going to be very bad. Where is the love? Love that Jesus taught us, loving our neighbor as ourselves. And with that not enough, we also have natural calamities that is happening around us. There's drought in California. There's a great climate change and environmental pollution. It can be caused due to excessive consumerism, and people are exploiting the environment. News also says that fire weather worsens as heat waves spread across southern US this week. It would cause unstable conditions for wildfires. See this picture you see on the screen. It shows the satellite image of the view of Calf Canyon near Las Vegas. So what's happening to this world? My friends called yesterday and asked, Sonia, shall we go for camping this weekend? I said, okay, maybe Saturday night or Sunday we can go. And my husband said, okay, let me look at the weather. Will there be rain? And we were surprised to see that it's going to be extremely hot on Saturday, 95 degrees, unimaginable. There's an extreme change in the weather. Also, there's thunderstorm that is expected. So we see that the conditions now are so unstable. Moreover, there's more news. Witnesses described there was a mass shooting at Buffalo supermarket. A gunman killed 10 people and wounded 3 others in a mass shooting. Authorities believe that it was racially motivated by the replacement theory, which contends that non-white immigration must be stopped. I'm not arguing about the motivation behind the mass shooting, but then this kind of mass shooting has been very frequent with different kinds of motivation. It only brings that people are having more hatred and bigotry has increased. It's so sad and heartbreaking to see that there is a war-triggered food crisis that needs our attention now. Bible says in Matthew 22:39, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. If we love our neighbor as ourselves, we're not going to fight against others. There's going to be peace among nations. There will never be a shortage in food because of wars. If we obey the commandments, if we love our neighbors as ourselves, we will not have to face such a consequences. Jesus declared, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. John 6:35. Believing or having faith in Jesus is what is required now. It will be well with us, and we will not go hungry or thirsty if we believe in what God has taught us when he was here. John 4:13-14 says, whoever drinks of the water that I give him shall never thirst. Do you remember the story of the Samaritan woman? Jesus says, I am the living water, isn't it? So again, in the Old Testament, we see, this is one of my favorite songs. Oh, everyone that thirsteth, come eat to the waters. He that hath no money, come ye buy and eat. Therefore, will you spend your money for that which is not bread? Then your lips for that which satisfieth not. So why are we spending money for something that is not satisfying? God says, oh, everyone that thirsteth, come to me. I will give you bread. And the third verse in Isaiah 55 says, incline your ears and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live. Hear. So that is what is more important. Jesus says, I am the living water. I am the bread of life. And then how can we consume? Can we eat it or can we drink from the water? So what is it all about? The main point here is God says, incline your ears and come unto me. Have faith on me. Listen to God's teaching. So what did Jesus teach that is still important today? These are some of the teachings of Jesus. Love God. Love your neighbor as yourself. Forgive others who have wronged you. Love your enemies. Ask God for forgiveness for your sins. Repentance of sins is very important, and don't be hypocritical. In summary, we should not only love God, but we should love others as ourselves. How do we love ourselves? We love ourselves so much. We do everything possible for ourselves. But when it comes to our neighbors, to our friends, to people who are in need, what are we doing for them? It means that there is no place for any lie, no greed, no hatred that is increasing nowadays. So what are we doing? Are we really following Jesus' teaching? We need to have more faith on Jesus and look up to the cross and try to implement the teachings, his teachings. He came to this earth, died for us, and he has left something important for us, his teachings, to love God and to love our neighbors as ourselves. So when we love our neighbors as ourselves, there will be no more war. There will be no more hunger, no more thirst. So may God help us to love our neighbors as ourselves. Let's follow the teaching of Jesus and keep it close to our hearts. May God bless us all. To know more about the church building, please visit hopeside.com. If you'd like to visit our church, you're always welcome. We have a home church. We have a very close-knit community. You can join us anytime. For more information, you can go to hopeside.org. Thank you so much. Goodbye and God bless you all. Hopeside, that is hope on your side.